Hey all, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to take to the high seas with one of the Star Raiders, or Star Seekers if you prefer. This is Cyberverse Filch, and she will be our focus in the latest GotBot True review. Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course subscribe, and while you are at it, light them up, baby. Hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton and lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below, if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we have to offer to you through Spring, or of course hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. And this is Cyberverse, I guess, really, Filch. It's based on the Cyberverse character. If you're not familiar with Filch, long story short, she's I think they're called Corvicons. It's a group of crows, basically. They like to collect shiny things. She collects shiny things. She really kind of fits in with what would be the Star Raiders. I think this might be the first time that she's being considered a part of Thundertron's Star Raider crew aboard the massive Tidal Wave. And it's based on the, I guess you could say, like the Kingdom Airazor, Rise of the Beast Studio Series Airazor slash, Beast Wars 2 Sky Warp mold, which some people like, some people don't. How did it work out for Filch? Let's head over to the table and take a closer look at her. And so today we continue on with the Legacy United Walmart exclusive Star Raiders, or Star Seekers if you will, by way of Filch. And I like Filch. I like Cyberverse. This is another one of those weird ones because Filch is actually from the Cyberverse continuity and is a Corvicon, which is a group of crows basically. And she is one of, I think it's 4. There's her, Boostwing, Pilfer, and Jackknab. So she's one of 4. However, for Legacy United, she is part of Thundertron's Star Raider, Star Seeker crew, so she's a pirate. And it makes sense because she loves shiny things and stealing them and collecting them, as crows do. So I'm okay with her being included on the crew. Here she is in her Big Bird mode. Over here we have a close-up of her head sculpt and her robot mode. I like the head sculpt on her. Our usual stuff for Legacy United over here. And on the back we have pictures of her 2 modes. You'll note that she has toes out here. This is an adaptation of the Airazor slash Beast Wars Sky Warp mold. Very true adaptation, actually. But you'll notice that here it's showing toes. As, not for nothing, Airazor and Skywarp have facing forward. However, for Filch, it should be the 3-toed bird claws facing forward, and that's the way she's packaged, and that's the way she's supposed to be. So you actually don't turn the feet around. This is actually inaccurate. Here you can see the instructions. I mean, if you know the mold, then you probably don't need them. I mean, I've documented it both ways here on the channel. I looked at Airazor in episode 839, 3 or 4 years ago, and I done the transformation then from package to bird. Well, from bird to package, that was Skywarp, which was actually part of a 2-pack, along with Sideswipe, Earth Mode Sideswipe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Earth Mode Sideswipe in the Battle Across Time 2-pack. I looked at that in episode 916. So I've documented in that one going from bird back to robot. So we're not actually going to have to do the transformation here. I'm just going to show you the, I guess, one alteration to the transformation. So there you go. There's the instructions if you need them. And here's my Star Raider crew, so far anyway. I'm not getting the leader class pack of Thundertron. I know it has a different head in lighter blue and lighter gold, and that's fine if that's what you're into. It's just, and I would very much like to have the rock guy, I don't know what his name is, that comes with that version of Thundertron. But I think I prefer the more bronzy gold and the deeper blue. It's just a personal choice. Whether you get the leader class one or this one, get one because it's a fantastic mold. He's the captain of the Tidal Wave, the leader of a crew of pirates, which of course Filch is apparently part of this time. We also recently, in fact the last review, looked at Cannonball, so you can check out my thoughts about him there. So now we have Filch front and center. Let's see if I can... It's hard to find like a full picture of her robot mode, to be honest with you, as a frame of reference. And I've been trying, so we're gonna try. We're gonna try and see how close we get. Starting from the feet and working our way up. The purple on the toes and the blue on the legs, that seems right. The Allspark blue detail, that seems correct. Her thighs being purple, that seems correct. The pelvis should be all dark purple, and we should have another like Allspark detail kind of coming up from the pelvis, but we don't quite have that, but this is okay. The arms are the arms. The wings on them are accurate and correct. Yes, it matters which side the wings go on because there's purple detailing on the outside of the wing that's supposed to be, well, on the outside of the wing. The chest here, I mean, should be mostly purple, but I'm okay with the blue and purple that's here. There should be a Decepticon logo there. Her head is pretty much correct, which I really, really like. Maybe some of the coloring around her eyes. But like, and I think her arms and shoulders are generally correct. I'm going to say that she's about an 8.5 for Filch. She's pretty great. Not perfect. A couple of paint details here and there could have been added, but she's quite good. So at 8.5, pretty strong start. Let's do the articulation for her. So on the back here, again, as is the case with these wings, they can move on 3 or 4 hinges back here. The head can go left and right and up and a little bit down. I just took that wing all the way off. That was my mistake. I didn't mean to pop that out. But putting that back, again, and these peg into her arms because that's the way they are on the cartoon. They're supposed to be in our arms. But we have elbow to 90 degrees. I don't think we have a wrist rotation on this one. No, we don't. All the way out. These can, if you need them to move, they can move and they can, you know, rotate and everything else. They're just plugged into the hole that's on our arm. Previously there were missiles used in there, but not now. T-pose. All the way, we can T-pose, that's nice, I like that. I really wish, I know the hand goes in like that for transformation, I really wish there was a wrist swivel. Ah well. The tail feathers can go up, that gives us a nice free-flowing waist. Legs go forward, legs go back, thigh, I guess a knee swivel, it's technically your thigh swivel. Very deep knee, which I absolutely love. And then the feet can go all the way around. Tip forward, tip up, ankle tilt. I mean, because the transformation can, if that's a usable joint to you, cool. So, I mean, wrist, that's about it. That's about the only thing that she's missing. I loved Airazor. I loved Skywarp. I love this. Articulation, again, 8.5, 9, right? Let's say 9. Let's say right now she's getting an 8.75. We haven't done transformation, but an 8.75 is a strong bot. And she can score excellent dynamic poses. Because we've already covered the 2 transformations, we can go from her looking like this to... Normally this is where I say, you know, from looking like this to looking like this. However, we do have one thing that we need to note. This wing piece comes off this time. It doesn't on Airazor. It doesn't on Skywarp. They are, you know, in I guess fixed in position here. So on this side what we have is we have a hole here. Now, the wing itself actually has a 5mm peg, and you turn it up so that the peg is facing up the same way as the purple. And then this goes pegged up under the wing. I note this because I've seen a bunch of people who have pegged it on the top of the wing and it makes the wing not quite look right. But in the end, now, boom, here we have Filch in her bird mode. I adore this transformation. She was getting, say, I think it was like an 8.75 or something we said. I think the transformation is a 10. I'm going to say that she's about a 9.5. I love this transformation. In this mode, we have tail feathers that go up and down. We have these thighs that They come down to be the legs, but when they go up, they actually tab on over little pegs on either side. We bring out the little, like, ankle piece, I suppose, for the bird leg. I think that the way the legs collapse here is really, really quite well done. The arms, they come down, and after you elongate the body, they stick in behind and even peg in. The head folds down and the bird head comes up. And the bird head has an opening beak, it can go left and right, and it can bend down and up. The wings have multiple hinges as well. They can move all over the place. Filch, the, I guess, newest member of, you know, Thundertron's Pirates, and luckily she just happens to be a fantastic bot. If Thundertron was going to choose new forces, Filch is a great one to add. And here we are once again, and here she is. So first things first, I absolutely still adore this mold. I think it's such a well done mold. I love the articulation, though wrists would be nice. I love the look of the blues and purples here on Filch. I think they really captured that nicely. You know the orientation of the wings that detach and go on her arms now, because the purple will line up with the purple on this wing detail, which is a nice feature. The wings, you can fold them over her back like that. Gives her a little bit of a backpack, or you can leave them out to the side. That's your call. I do find that pegging and unpegging her actual backpack is way tighter on this version than either Skywarp or the Airazor that I have. So nothing for mold degradation. A lot of people turn the feet around this way, a la Airazor and Skywarp. They're not supposed to be that way. Filch actually still has the bird toes out, so you leave them that way. Still a great transformation. Yes, I'd forgotten a little bit about it, but still a great transformation, with the only difference being that now, instead of these wings being on her back, they plug into her arm, and now you can put them on her back. She doesn't come with the missiles that previous versions of this mold have come with, but you know what? What she does come with, I think, works out pretty darn nicely. I think she's a nice little package. Would a little blaster or something have been nice? Yeah, probably. But you know what? You can use these as like melee weapons and stuff. So like, I'm kind of cool with it overall. A beautiful blue bird. That's the best thing that I can probably say about Filch. Fits right in with the Star Raiders crew. Happy to add her to Thundertron's group. And I guess we'll see who else gets added to Thundertron's group as we go. I appreciate you guys coming by. Let me know what you think about her. Yeah, I think she's pretty great. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring at any given time. Or of course, you can hit the join button and become a channel member. Please hit the subscribe button. Stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that somehow, some way, each and every second of each and every day, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights, at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos.